This is Foreplay Cup Weekly. Welcome back to the Foreplay Cup Weekly. I'm your host, Sandy Bunker, and my guest, Drew Slice. We have a great show for you today, but before I do, I wanted to remind you to be sure to subscribe to our channel and make sure to give it a thumbs up. Of course, this is a preview of Gateway National and the Player's Choice in the Foreplay Cup. And I want to preview hole number 18, and they call it Macho. Well, last round, we had Diablos Nacha, which got everybody. And this week, we have Macho. Why, you may ask? Because only the Macho that had the kahunas to go for this 1 and 2 is Macho. One of St. Louis' finer finishing holes. If you pipe it down the runway of a fairway on 18, you just may have a chance to reach this 1 and 2. But do you have the kahunas to make the shot while all your peers are watching behind the green? If you pull it off, you are definitely Macho and will be the talk of the tournament and possibly a legend. I want to make an announcement real quick to make sure you accept your tourney invite, because we may have to cancel an unused tee time. Otherwise, we got to pay for it. We know things happen out of your control at times. Totally understand that. But the canceled tee time may not be there later, so you may not be able to play in the round. I'd like to welcome Drew Slice, our special guest. He is the former assistant golf pro at Splash Harbor Miniature Golf.
Sandy, I'd like to say right off the bat that it's an honor and a pleasure to be here on the Foreplay Weekly. I just couldn't want to be in a better seat than where I am right now, and I wholeheartedly mean that.
Well, absolutely, and I'll give you an invite. You can come back anytime you'd like. So all you viewers out there, all viewers are probably curious, what is your preferred ball flight?
Well, I worked on the miniature golf tour for quite a bit, as you know, and so flight isn't a big factor for me. So I've always learned to keep the ball really low and kind of like skipping across the ground, because that kind of reduces any unnecessary or unwanted draw or slice. And I found that to be quite effective for me. A lot of people think that I hit a bad shot, but what they don't realize is I'm trying to keep it down low. That's just my game.
And you keep it in the fairway and you have a second shot. I like
Right.
that. So you have met most of the Foreplay Cup members, Drew.
I have.
Is that true, Drew?
Yeah, about 90% of them I'm familiar with, yes.
So do you have any advice for any of our members?
Well, I've been kind of checking out the scorecards, and it seems to me that things kind of go downhill for a majority of the members after the turn. So what I'm going to suggest is maybe some of the players can maybe consider laying off the juice, if you know what I mean, until maybe later in the round and almost, towards the end of things, because I don't think they're realizing just how much it's affecting their game.
True, Drew. I've noticed the same thing. All right. I hope you guys appreciated that. You guys watching, I think it's a very good, sound advice. So speaking of Foreplay Cup members, do you have any predictions for the Players' Cup?
I do. With going into this next round, one guy I've really been keeping an eye on, I've had the honor of playing with him and doing some observations, seeing him on the range, Mr. Ryan Fiala. I can't find a wrinkle in his game right now. He is red hot and hot at the right time as we go in towards the end of the closing rounds of the Foreplay Cup. I just feel like I'd be doing a disservice, and it's just, I can't go with anybody else right now. He's just that hot. Pretty
solid pick there, ladies and gentlemen. So what about the net?
Well, I like to say nets are for fish, because, that, should we even count it? But hey, it kind of helps people like who I'm predicting to do really well this week, Mr. John Isaacson, or Dr. John Isaacson, I should say. This is his third round that he's going to play in the Foreplay Cup, and I'm going to at least say he's going to be the most improved golfer this week for no other reasons. With the rounds that he's put up already, the prior 2 rounds, it can't get any worse.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Drew, thanks for your time, and thanks for coming in today, and feel free to help yourself to any appetizers and refreshments back on the patio. If I were you, I'd try out the Owens Mixers, okay? A special cocktail mixer of Barstool Sports. In particular, the Barstool Transfusion. That's a great flavor. Yeah.
Give me some of those right now.
Yeah, you can drink it by itself, or you could add alcohol, or you can drink it by yourself if you like. You can also check it out by going to owensmixers.com, or just check it out in the fridge on the patio.
Right.
So anyway, my predictions, now that you're here, I'm going to go with Dave. A 4-1. I'm sorry. I can't do that. He's 4-1. Are you serious? All right, I'm not going to go. That's too low of odds, and he just has a lot going on outside of the game of golf. So I'm going to go with the late ad, Michael Boozalaki, or Booze. He's been trending in the right direction. Can he take the next step this week and take home the player's choice? He's currently at 12-1 at DraftKings. So let's focus in on the net race. So my predictions on the net race. We've talked about Dustin O, his latest performance at Winghaven. Can he back it up this week? Maybe so, but I'm going with Jeremy Fritz. Always seem unfazed by the pressure, except maybe at Diablos Nacha.
Right.
I expect him to bounce back in a big way. By the way, he's at 10-1 odds at DraftKings. So once again, I would like to give a shout out to the Fore podcast of Barstools. Check them out on Instagram, on their podcast, on iTunes, or any other podcast apps. They're great for the game of golf, and frankly, just downright hilarious. So while we're here, have we talked about number 18, the Macho?
Yeah, you briefly touched on that at the beginning of the show, yes.
Have you played 18?
Oh, I have, and I want to say right now that I was born and raised with Big Kahuna, so I don't even think twice. I rear back and let her rip, and of course with keeping the ball nice and low, especially on an August day, we're getting here when things start drying out, I get a good roll. That's how I like to get there.
There you go. You know, it'd probably be a good shot for you to go just skip, right up onto the green, and you may be the next legend.
Yes, that's the way I'm going to go about it for sure.
Exactly right. Well, thanks again for another time with Fore Play Cup Weekly, and that's a wrap. This is Fore Play Cup Weekly.